Mr. Professional Chiller himself, Arlis Michaels, Real Talk DVDs, classics. My man brought out classics for me. I got the God Splash with me. Bitch, I'm from New York.
All right, welcome back to another episode of L.A.M.A.R.R Show, where we love art, music, and real rap. Real rap meaning real conversation. If you like the same, click the like, subscribe, comment, and or share. You could do one, you could do all. Either way, it's never hated and always appreciated. Today, I got, when I was young, my mom, she didn't let me listen to rap music. So I used to have to go to my cousin's crib, and we used to have to go to Irvington Center, go get the DVDs and shit like that. Well, he did. He used to come back. He bought State Property back. He bought like all these DVDs back. And when I finally got a chance to find out who was behind the DVDs as I got older, like around YouTube time. And I had to find this guy and I had to interview him to find out what was going on in those times. It was crazy around those times. So today we got the professional chiller, Michael Arlis. Whoa.
Now people call me that. They switch the names.
Arlis, Mike, because you know why? Because you know what I'm saying. Michael and then Arlis is like it just.
Yeah, a lot of people call me
bugging. AR, that's it.
I'm saying A Mike's. They switch it up as many times.
But that's crazy.
To be on the show, man.
I appreciate that.
Appreciate you for having me.
I appreciate.
The DVDs game was the golden era. I really miss it. It's like Rucker basketball.
Word up.
So it was like, you had to really be there and put the grind. Stuff is a little easier now because of the Instagram, the Twitters and Spotify's. It was none of that in existence. You had to really get on DVDs and mixtapes and stuff like that to really get heard.
Yeah.
It's kind of, him as a young man, my man Splash, he didn't really, he watched it, but he didn't, that's really the era he's supposed to come up in because he's a bar spitter. So like back then you had to be really nice. Like, as you say, you had to be outside. Like you had to really be outside, no ciphers, and you had to really come with it, man. There was a lot of spitters,
A lot.
I go back from the first mixtapes I was on from DJ Exclusive, Big Mike.
Mike,
word. Before he got big, and K Slay, Cutmaster C, and I remember K Slay when he had the the drama hour, and Hot 90 on Thursday nights, and it'd be 200 and some artists out there trying to give their CD to him. And so, you meet as I said, one of the first DVDs I was on was Hood Life Cyphers with Terrell Blair and Tone. And, we be in a little barbershop just ciphering. Yeah, he's bringing all the footage back now. 40 Cal, Fred the Godson, Votto, Axel, Corey Guns, of course. French Montana, that's when he was early French, was a battle rapper. A lot of people don't know that.
Word up.
Fight Club, I actually battled one time in the Fight Club, so I won and and I quit.
Oh shit!
So after I won my first battle, I retired. I was like, "This ain't really."
You only battled once?
Battled one time. Me and it's crazy. Me and Math Hoffa started the same time, and he continued. So we had to battle each other because Fight Club was the hottest thing out. So any opportunity we was trying to be a part of, so we had to battle each other. It was like kind of like tryouts.
Yeah.
So we both made it. So his first battle, he had to battle Serious Jones, and he lost. Because Serious Jones already was starting to get a name in it. He started before Math, of course. And he actually beat him that battle. And I forgot who I battled, but I won. Styles P was the judge.
Oh, shit.
So
wait, so who won with you in Math, though?
Well, I got him a few rounds. He probably got me because he dissed me on one, so he probably got me. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, but Von Jeff set it up. He's like, yo, y'all both was ill, so I'm throwing y'all both on the card. So Math went before me, and then I went after him. So he lost that battle, I believe. He did good though, but Sirius started becoming like a fan favorite, and then look at years later how big Math became in the battle.
Word up.
So
word up.
Now he's a big podcaster himself. So
and he one of the reasons I do this. That's
Math definitely. The pandemic really helped a lot of people out because now people wasn't running around. So now they was in the crib able to think of what's the next wave.
Yeah.
And so you never know, if the pandemic would have never hit, we might have not have got expert opinion. We don't know. You know what I'm saying? We might have never got a Drink Champs or $1 Million Worth of Game. All those came out, and I think in 2020, I believe.
Well, now, I mean, some was a little bit earlier, but I know what you're saying. Like once people could stay in the crib and really lock in on those, it expanded.
So
but
you got to look at it. Tory Lanez had his pandemic radio.
Yeah,
Had that
that
going
quarantine
on.
shit.
Quarantine radio.
Yeah, that shit
Quarantine
started
radio. That's what it
worked
was.
out.
Quarantine radio. So we don't. We don't. Maybe he might have not even been in that situation if the pandemic, wasn't here.
Yeah, that's true.
He might have not have been in, jail, because I guess that's how they hooked up through the Instagram.
Oh yeah. That was.
You look at like how life is, and how things happen.
Those cycles now, yeah.
So the best thing I can sit there and say, I met a lot of amazing artists and built a lot of great relations. Gillie the King, of course.
But you talking about from way back, right?
I mean, I know all these dudes.
No, yeah, I was about to know, because I remember you had a song with Gillie.
And it's crazy. That was one of my
Psycho. What was the name of that song?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember.
Still on YouTube. That was one of my first features. It was crazy because I was always a big fan of him anyway. Like
me too. Like you,
so,
yeah.
When I used to stay up and listen to them rap on the radio, Bobito and Stretch Armstrong. They had like the hottest unsigned artists. So it was like 8 of them. They was, I thought I never been to Philly like that at the time. So I thought Philly was like some Will Smith kind of the roots.
Nah, yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I thought it was kind of
like soulful type shit.
When they used to hit the radio, and then they had the kid Pretty Ugly. He used to come down too with them sometimes. And I hear they bars. I'm like, and they got like this accent. And I'm like, yo, these motherfuckers is nice as shit.
Word up.
And they used to be like EA all day. So, I'd be in school just like saying that shit like front of people. And then when I got a chance, I met his manager, Yana, at the time. And she's like, yo, he was going back and forth with Wayne. Drove up there. We did the ill interview. I gave him a DVD. He called me the next day. Said, yo, I didn't even know you rap, bro. Let's do a record.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right. It's crazy because, people from your own city, front hit you with all this politics. Now, a dude from Philly, I mean, I had songs with my friends, but like to me, he was a big, it was a big deal. And he had all these offers on the tape. He had $9 million offers, and then we just been locked in ever since. Like, he come to New York, hit me, I go up there. Like, I was going up there all the time. Like, he introduced me to L.A.M.A.R.R and all of that. I'm like, damn, this nigga really nigga out here.
The king of Philly. He was repping that shit hard at that time too. Dutch.
Dutch. They used to fuck with me. Every time I go there, they hold me down. Niggas meet me at the gas station, follow me around, go to Club Chrome, all that shit. Niggas make sure I'm good.
No, word up.
Hotel, everything. Like, Philly very dangerous, so they will make sure, and Gil's the type of person, he's like, he fuck with you, he fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? So he's one of the most genuine and authentic dudes I met in the game. And I said know him like 20 years. Mano as well. I know Mano from my hood, but Mano's always been genuine and authentic from day one.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, I remember he was on them DVDs heavy. Like
he actually helped us say he actually like when me and my cousin Moose started our first DVD. He actually helped us out a lot as far as like wanting us to win, and we didn't even have a DVD out yet. So he had issues with Gravy at the time. So but it was like subliminal shots, both of them.
Mm-hmm.
So on my DVD, he sat there and mentioned Gravy, like mentioned his
name.
For
people who don't know, who might not know who Gravy is,
well, that's Jamal. Jamal Worley. He's the hottest actor on Tubi right now. So they had little issues at a point.
Yeah.
And he was just calling everybody, yo, you need to get up with Little Kim. I'm gonna set it up. Go meet over there. Like he was like just making mad phone calls for me. Like, that's love. So when we popped, it was like he was like, I told you, like yo, that's what's up. Because a lot of people don't really do that.
Yeah.
So I take stuff like that and can help like the younger generation, like Splash, that I believe in. I think he could shock the world, and people gonna respect this craft. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna respect the music. He's seeing it. Bringing them around places, and when they hear him rap and they respecting the bars.
Yeah.
There's none of that. What Charlemagne did the Safari on the radio.
Nah.
None of that. But we gonna get to that. We got to do the
ground
level.
We're
gonna get to the flexes and the breakfast clubs and them. But we gotta, like I tell them, we gonna work from ground up, and because you don't want nothing that's gonna be too easy.
Yeah.
I could probably walk him in and get him down, and it probably won't even work out for him, and then. Artists stuck, they lose confidence. I see it happen. I've been seeing it happen.
And especially now because they've given more money. You know what I'm saying? They give him.
And that'd be the first and last check you get. And then, people start counting his pockets. He can't help everybody, can't take everybody. Then you might have street issues and, you know what I mean? You got family. So sometimes I'm trying to show them like stuff that people didn't show me coming up that I did, because I realized maybe I was a threat, so people didn't really want to fully extend the hand and get me to where I needed to go, because I always had my own. I always invested my own money. I didn't need anybody really to, like, you know what I mean? I didn't have to carry nobody's bags. I didn't have to belittle myself.
But do you feel like that, like, because sometimes it be like that, like certain doors close so you can find another way.
I mean, I was, as I said, for 5 years, I was kind of, I was stuck because I was so used to mixtapes and DVDs, and God, I was like my mentor. He helped me out a lot too, as far as advice. Chuck Wilson, he's the owner of Baby Grand Records. I forgot how I met him, but he took a liking to me. He's like, "Yo, you're a star." I'm like, "Word?" He's like, "As being in the office, he just like my personality." He's like, "You ever thought about doing movies and stuff?" I said, "Yo,
I was about to say, yeah."
but I was like, "Yeah." So he telling me this in 07, 08. I'm like, "Yo, that's what I really want to get into." But I'm using the rap to you know, get in the, you know, build my connects and get in the door so I could figure all this stuff out, and I could promote my music and all that stuff through movies and stuff like that.
And through your own DVDs too.
Because I was always, I was always, I already started off with the, you know, creating my own cinematography with the DVDs, promoting myself, and to where you got to know who I was in the world, because we used to move so many DVDs and then with the bootlegging and stuff like that. So I was like, yo, and he told me, he was like, yo, think digital. I didn't listen. I'm like, what do you mean? Think digital. I didn't understand, because now YouTube is starting to get popular.
Yeah.
You know, YouTube started in like, I think 04.
Yeah, and it got first. I think it got popping like 06. I was like,
exactly.
Yeah, I remember
so you
that.
Realize it was only MySpace. So
yeah.
So he's a short guy, and he's like very short. So he'll sit down and his feet will be dangling. Like his feet is not even hitting the ground. So all he does is just go on YouTube all day. So he was like, look, I'm gonna give you a record deal. I'm gonna sign you. He was gonna give me a deal with no money, right? No advance. He's like, look, I'm gonna build you up. It's an opportunity. But I'm like, you know, at the time I'm young. I'm like, bro, I need, you know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to keep running around the streets. Yeah. I need, but I didn't get it. Maybe I should have took the deal. You know what I'm saying? It was an opportunity, and he had a decent roster. And he said, I want to also give you a job. I want you to be my A&R. You got a good ear for music. I'm gonna give you a job, and you A&R, and you're gonna be an artist. So he asked me, he's like, what artist will you sign? I'm like, I'm gonna sign French Montana, because you know that's my dog. Pick. And he was grinding like myself. He was mark himself. I'm like Ransom.
Oh, good pick. That's Gillie, Jersey. Yeah.
Gillie, we met a rap star, and it was somebody else. I wrote it on a piece of paper, gave it to him. He said he never heard of none of them. I said, huh? What you mean? They own everything, you know, mixed, they own everything. I was like, all right, well, but he don't listen to the mixtapes and stuff like that, right? So the next day he called me, he said, yo, I need a meeting with Ransom and Gillie ASAP. I'm like, huh? So you just say you ain't know them. He's like, come to my office, Zoom to the office. So he's showing me on the YouTube, like, look, he got 280,000 views. He got this many views. I'm like, all right, like, he's like, Ransom beefing with Joe Buttons. Gillie beefing with Lil
it's around
Wayne.
this time.
Yeah, because YouTube is big. So
that shit, and it was going crazy on YouTube. I was young. So that shit was.
So this is what he's going by, how popular they are because of views. So he's saying this early on, right? So I'm like, you listen to their music? He's like, I don't got to. I'm like, huh? What the fuck are you talking? So I'm like, all right, I set the meeting up. So I watched this man cut them a check for $30,000 a piece and never heard of one of their records.
Damn.
I said, this is fucking crazy. I was like, damn, what you trying to sign me? You listen to my, what you trying to give me? Because he's like, yo, I'm gonna build you up. Like I'm like, you know what I mean, don't.
But you want to sign them right on.
And
30 bands a piece.
And the crazy shit is he signed it with old music. Like, yo, they could give him old music, like music they put on mixtapes. He gonna package it because he was very smart. But he looking at the views. Then, like, this is what they popping because of how many views they got on YouTube. So I'm like, this is fucking nuts. So I didn't understand it for years, and then World Star got big like the next year. So it took all of us out of business because the artists got smart. They all hired their own personal cameraman. You know what I'm saying? So we can't upload as fast as a World Star. Like we could shoot the footage right now, you could cut it up and upload it. DVDs take months to come out. So like I might film him today, film another nigga. We gotta edit it, put the menu together. It's gonna take time. And then so he could be beefing with you right now. We have the footage. And by the time we put it out, y'all could be fucking cool again.
Yeah. And then now some old shit might have.
And that's what happened. So it was like damn. So now when the internet got big, I didn't want to do it. You know, it wasn't a podcast back then, but I was like, damn, I don't want to do a, you know, you know, like I didn't want to do a website.
Yeah.
So now I'm like, damn, CDs and DVDs became extinct, pretty much. Niggas wasn't fucking because everybody goes on the internet.
And LimeWire, because you forgot,
all of that shit.
Yeah. Because I used to hear a lot of rappers you name, like the major figures, mad people. I used to hear off LimeWire.
Yeah, that was it. Then
yeah, freestyles would just be like
all the LimeWire, all the Napstars, and
word
all
up.
that type of stuff. So I'm like, damn. So from 2010 to 2015, I was just completely stuck. So now I'm just a straight artist now. Usually I was an entrepreneur, like an artist / DVD. So now it was harder now because people would never tell. Not saying they was telling me no, but it was like I could swap it out. All right, cool. You put this on yours. I'll put this on mine because I have leverage. Now I lost my leverage because I'm just an artist. So it's like, well, what I'm doing, I'm helping you out. How could you help me out? So now I'm like, damn, it took me 5 years. I'm like, you know what? Figured it out. I'm gonna do a web series. So now I got bigger.
Was that trapping or the professional?
Yeah. Trapping was a guy he wanted me in. He never finished it. It was like a series, but he never finished. But I already have professional chill out. So now I bounce back better than ever. Now I'm 55 million views in. So I reinvented myself through that. Because I had to find something else. Now all the same people like that, because I'm using the internet now. Like, I figured out how to use this shit. Yeah. So now I'm like, damn, I'm bigger than I probably ever was. You know what I'm saying? Do that and then promote artist music that I'm cool with and promote myself. And so now I'm like, now I gravitated that now to movies. So even meeting him like a year or so ago, I started liking his music. I thought he was nice. I'm like, look, this is how we gonna promote. I'm gonna have you acting. I'm gonna have you doing this, that, and this the fastest way because we gotta utilize all these free platforms.
Yeah.
Because the things you possibly could be paying for, you could do yourself for free. And all these artists are getting popping on their own through the YouTube. So if YouTube and is a term, because I ask questions, I talk to these executives all the time. Like I was a sponge. Oh, the YouTube numbers. All right, cool. So I got 55 million views. So I'm considered popping, I guess, top 5 in the web series, top 5 the DVDs. All right, cool. So I could just promote him through movies and promote his music. It's gonna get to once they Tubi and all the other apps. You know what I'm saying? Once I get it to them, then more people, and then now when he get lit, they can go back now. Like, oh shit, he was just in this movie, Bubbly, like Cash Doll. She was acting in all them
in the Detroit movies. Yeah.
So now, like, she lit. They went back, like, oh shit. So it gives it more steam. You know what I'm saying? Because she wasn't as big yet. So like I tell them, yo, just stay the course. Trust me, you're gonna be. All of them is going, like, anybody that try to front, they all gonna double back. They ain't gonna realize like, oh shit, you was the guy that I said that on the phone. So I tried to charge. That's how it's gonna be. And he's prepared for it. So he knows how to. It's a lot of sucker shit that going in the industry. Yeah. So you can't let none of that. A lot of hate
phase you.
You can't let none of that stuff phase you. I mean, luckily I ain't really have too many like rap beefs or anything like that.
Which I'm surprised, but we're gonna get into that in a little bit. But definitely, yo, what up, Splash? What up, man? How you living, man?
Everything is healthy, man. Everything healthy.
No, that's what's up. Yeah, as I was telling him downstairs, we trying to figure out where we met. Yeah. But I definitely heard him before. We definitely met before.
He got the hottest. He got one of the hottest records in New York. You know what I'm saying?
And tell him what's the name of that record, man.
From New York.
Yeah.
That shit right now.
And you got a couple remixes too, or you only got one, right?
I'm doing.
Or people just did freestyles over it.
No, I did a challenge. I put the open verse out. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That was to help build traction for the record.
True.
And I think probably like 100 people did it.
Damn.
Throughout Brooklyn, Queens. I had some people from Texas, Atlanta, Florida do that shit.
Yeah.
I didn't expect it to go that crazy, like, and that shit went dummy. Then Arlis like, yo, I gotta play for you. This might work. We went and got Corey on it. He was the first feature. Then I went and got Vado on it.
Mm-hmm.
Connie Diamond.
Mm-hmm.
And the winner of the contest get a verse on the official remix too. You know what I mean?
So, shit.
So he's working on his own marketing strategies, to get the record. I mean, it's catching tracks. They know it word for word, so that's a good thing. So we ain't even
the energy in that shit too, like the energy in
New York. I feel like I lived in Atlanta for like 8 years. I've been traveling the world, and I just feel like New York is like it's just something different when it comes to regional representing. You know what I'm saying? Like people rep that shit different.
Not definitely
Different. Like
yeah.
yo, bro, to the point where like I don't even gotta people just look at me and be like, "Oh, you from New York, ain't you?" Or we be in Waffle House in the middle of downtown Atlanta. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, they know. Yeah, I lived in Clinton County, so I know.
Like, oh, you from New York, ain't you? Yeah, I could tell, but I heard you talk. You know what I mean? Like that's how it really is. Like outside of New York, like they could tell in a heartbeat. Like,
nah, dead ass.
And New Yorkers live that shit forever. A person to live somewhere 10 years and still be Jack in New York. Like,
nah, yo, word up. I'm from Jersey and we get that. Like niggas might be, I ain't gonna lie, niggas would be like, I'm in Georgia. I lived in Clinton County, and they'll be like, yo, you from Stone Mountain? Oh yeah. Oh shit. What school you went to out there?
Shiloh.
You play any sports out there?
Basketball.
Yo, basketball different out there, right?
Sports, period.
Yo, sports, yo.
I moved from North Babylon in December 16th, and the basketball season had already started in Atlanta. You know, they start in September.
Yeah.
So my coach called the coach in Atlanta and was like, yo, one of my best guys is coming down there to your school. Like, he like over here him out. So they had a fake walk-on spot for me on the team. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I practiced with them. Whatever. Everything was lit. But bro, I think it was like round 1 of the playoffs, and we had a home game. And this was my first game being there. we come out the tunnel. I see Michael Vick. I see Bow Wow. I see Manners. I'm like, yo, this is crazy.
Yeah,
Matter of fact, we was playing against South Gwinnett.
Oh
Lou
shit!
Will,
Yeah,
they had two. It was Lou Will and it was Mike Mercer. They was calling them the Twin Towers.
Yeah.
This one, Lou Will was the #1 ranked high school player in the nation, like, and they brought him out. Like, they take sports way serious.
Yo, serious, yo. People be fighting, like the crowds hype it up, so and
crazy, all. Because I'm like, I'm from New York. I'm nice. Like, it don't matter where we go. They're not gonna be able to fuck with me. It's lit. And I went there and was like, oh, nah, I didn't expect it to be like this. Like,
that shit different.
It was a different experience, definitely.
But did that as far as music, did that influence anything when you came up?
I felt like it helped me realize who I was. Like, yeah. Atlanta shows so much love. It's literally nobody you can't get next to in Atlanta. Like, it don't matter. Like, I'm running down. I'm that's the New York in me. I'm running down on shit.
Nah, word up.
Yo, what's up? Like, I'm him. You know what I'm saying? Who you? Oh, y'all know who you are. What's going on? What can we do to help each other? You know what I mean? Like, I'm running down on shit. So, like, you'll see T.I., you'll see DJ Drama, you'll see Gorilla Zoe, you'll see all these niggas just around. Ali and Big Gift. You'll see them just around.
Yeah,
they had Blockwork Studios was right next to this place called Miss Ann's. She had like the most famous burger in Atlanta for like 5-6 years running. The Hood Burger. And she was real old school. You go in there, you can't talk, no phones, no nothing, you eat. I mean, like, you order what you, the only time you talking is when you ordering what you want. Like, you sit there and eat and you ready to go. She wrap your shit up for you and you go, like, real old school. But it was right next door to Big Block Studios. And I was coming out of Miss Ann's one day and all these niggas was in the front. I ran down, you know. A lot of kids that's I went to high school with is in powerful positions out there. It's just so much love. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's love off the rip. It's not like, you know, New York, you got that I ain't really fucking with you. Like, leave me alone. I'm unapproachable. Like, it's way different out there. Like, just had to get used to the different dynamic there. Like, way different.
No, it's way different now. And I feel you. That's how I felt when I went. It was like, yo, the store not right there at the corner. You can't just go out and like mad niggas outside. Like,
that's crazy. I remember I caught a flat one time and I pulled over to the side or whatever, and I called my people to come help me. I probably was there for about 30 minutes altogether.
Yeah, because they got to drive.
30 minutes, probably like 15 people stopped me. Yo, you all right? You need to make a phone call? You good? You need help? Yo. That shit would never happen in New York.
And plus, yo, you don't trust it neither.
You broke down.
Nah, word up.
Yo, it's different. It's real different out there.
No, that's what's up, man. And let's talk about the elephant in the room, though. Let's talk about that.
So you know, so you did your research.
My latest.
Yeah, I know a little bit.
Yo, good.
When you told me, I looked it up real quick. I'm like, wait, I'm already following him, and I remember, I'm telling you, man, people be sharing that shit and all. So I definitely seen it. Yeah.
Jersey?
I'm from Jersey, yeah, but I'm always out here.
shout out to my dog Passport. You know what I'm saying? Like
Passport Rev?
Yeah, Passport General.
Oh, all right.
That's my dog. Like, you know what I mean, we've been at this shit 7 years, probably strong. And he had pulled me to the side one day and was like, "Yo, listen, like niggas be sleeping on you. I don't like that." He like, but what you need is like you need to put out a tape on your own, no features, no nothing, just you. That's the perfect way for people to see who you are. You know what I mean? Do different type of records, like one record of every type by yourself, no features. Be like, I'm telling you, shit gonna go. And elephant in the room.
Now that's what's up, man. That's what's up. And from the energy from that, so what you planning on doing next? Like any videos, like any more videos first before?
We're about to shoot the remix video next Wednesday.
On the 6th or something like that, right? I did see that. I did see. I seen that.
We're about to shoot that. Really just pushing that record. Like, you know, I feel like when it comes to this shit, people think too deep, and the people is gonna give you the blueprint. Like, give them what they want. They want that, so we gonna push that until they done with it.
Yeah, and like he was saying, even with the DVDs, songs was like that. I remember it'll be like you might hear a song, even if you get the CD, you might hear a song, and then the next year, some people that shit new, but it's like, yo, nah, I put that shit out a year ago.
I was putting niggas onto that shit a year ago.
Yeah, word up. Nah, that's how it be. So keep pushing that single, yo. That shit doing what it's supposed to do, man. You got niggas not from New York rapping on a bitch, I'm from New York. So now that's big.
And we ain't even do the worldwide like ones when we get the out of state artists and they rep where they from.
Yeah, no, that's gonna be some shit.
Thinking of many ways to just reinvent it and keep it hot and keep it in traction at the same time, you know what I mean?
I think that's gonna be like that. What song was that? I'm from Atlanta.
Welcome to Atlanta.
Welcome to Atlanta. That was Welcome to Atlanta. Yeah. They shot it in Cali. I remember. So
Welcome. They bought it here.
Yeah.
St. Louis.
St. Louis. Yeah.
Yeah, they had Snoop.
So that shit might definitely be the next. You definitely got to do that.
I can see it.
Yeah, I can see that shit too, man. I can see that shit too. All right, so now we left off when you talking about you never had any rap beefs. All right, maybe no rap beefs, but like, how did you keep it mutual where you ain't have no beef? Because yo, you had some shit in them DVDs.
I mean, it kind of was, but it was like kind of under the radar. Because what happened was like, we were basically like, if you do a DVD, you're like a news reporter. So sometimes the artists, like, I had to realize, like, a lot of them are very emotional. And I didn't realize, I'm looking at the TV, tough they is, teardrops, all this shit. But then they kind of get mad at the report, like, if we're the reporters, they mad at us for reporting what's going on. So you'll be more mad with the DVD or the person behind it than the person
who said it.
Saying,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, it used to bug me out because, I'm used to look at these artists on TV and how they talk shit and all that and the third. And then, I don't know, they like, oh, I don't want to do the DVD because this person was on there. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like I acting like I said it. But due to the fact that I guess you promoting it is just, so that was the only thing I didn't like about the DVD era.
But it's not like he was gassing it, because like if you look at now it's like people gassing it. You was just more like
people not really who they said, who you think they are. Like they say one thing, but they really, you got to realize in rap you could be whoever you want to be. Once you get a check, you could be. It's like Instagram. I surf it every day. I don't really know how to promote that well on it. Like people know like certain times you got to post and all this shit. It's amusing to me. It makes me laugh because some of these people I know personally, and like they really have nothing, and they post it like they in the clubs, they got the bottles, and then they ask me for $50. Like, yo, bro, you did cash out me $50. I'm like, you was just you filming it, like, so like, why would you do that? And then like I don't,
I don't know. That's
I had one little. It wasn't really a big. It was a misunderstanding with T-Rex. He jumped on World Star and kind of dissed me and Ron Browse. But then we spoke. Like I said something on ForbesDVD.com, and then we spoke. And I'm like, yo, bro, I don't get it. I just was with you a week or so ago. Like I'll talk to you because that's when they first were starting to do these battles.
Yeah.
Like I mean, they was doing them, but like now that it's getting into the bigger stage. And I don't know, I guess he did rob me from the start though. You know what I mean? He came with me to Philly. He was another dude went hard, yo, you need to get this guy, he's calling these people. So he was like, he felt, I guess, that I blew, he felt he couldn't get in contact with me. I'm like, well, how my number's still the same? Murder Mook. So I didn't really understand that too.
No, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But we good. You know what I'm saying? That we had that one conversation. That was probably the only thing that I had as far as, and it wasn't really nothing. He said something on World Star, I said something, and then we back regular. So that I ain't really look at that.
Yeah.
And it's still always my little brother, like, because he definitely loved me to death. Like he definitely went above.
He was going crazy in the DVDs.
Yeah, that was my, he definitely wanted me to win. I could never take that away. Like where are you going to Philly? And I like he said one thing on they interviewed him like on something. I think I posted it, and he was like talking about like when we went up to Philly, like we was on 52nd and Market, and they was like battling in the store. He walked in, like that's when him and Cassidy and Murder, they was going through their shit. He was really looking. We got out the car. We Cassidy, really like, and I'm like, yo, it's crazy because he remember that shit like it was yesterday.
Yeah,
because he was looking for him, like he was ready. Like we was up in his hood, like ready. He was ready to.
No, Rex was hungry.
Rex was so like hungry. It was like, and I'm like, to even see how great him and Mook is, like, and you know what I'm saying, Love the Lux, that's like my little cousin. So like I was around for all of that, and like Mook, I used to visit him in college. I remember him spitting his raps to me right before he barreled Sirius Jones. I'm like, damn, this nigga got some shit.
Did you start the one with did the battle with him and Mills start? Now I know they had their beef with you, but did you start that battle? Does that battle happen because of you?
No. Smack was out before me, so they, from what Mills said, and he said it in interviews, they was cool.
Yeah, I remember they was cool.
What it is, Mook is a strategist, so he studied everything about Mills, and then Mook had a couple niggas with some bread, like popping them, got some money behind them.
Yeah.
Then he ran around Harlem and called them out, like, yo, the battle, like, because he trying to get, nobody knew who he was yet. It's like he want to get his weight up. So now if you listen to his bars and how he's coming at, I don't know, I can't say who won. It was a great battle.
That was a debate. Yeah, that was debatable.
But if there's anything debatable, you pretty much lost. Because J Mills was killing everybody. So nobody even was able to maintain with him. So if anything's become now debatable, they're gonna kind of take it as Mills lost, because ain't nobody around that time was I
get what you're saying. No,
everybody.
Hey, yo, Big, am I trouble?
Yo, what? Yo, now he killed that shit.
So like when Mook is like, when Mills and the other guys were battling, it wasn't like deep facts. Like Mook was doing his like trying to do homework.
Yeah.
Talk about fight incidents, all types of shit. So now you see the world go look at it, like people like, yo, the young boy. Nice. And then from there that was the birth of like Murder Mook. So then they wasn't cool for a while. Yeah. And then I had J Mills on there talking and shit, and I had Murder. That was the DVD that blew us up in Controversy Sales. I kind of regret doing it now, even though it took us to the top, just due to the fact of like promoting wild beef on the DVD.
Yeah, I got one. I had that one. Yeah, I had to go back and get the
That's crazy.
Yeah, I got two classic ones.
This is the one.
Yeah, that's that
put us on the map.
Yeah, that's the one that started some shit.
Yeah, damn, that's crazy.
Yeah, that shit.
I got shit. I gotta fucking get some of these copies from you.
You don't got no copies?
I only got like.
Damn,
I don't even think I got the. But I'm saying you could dupe them though.
No, I could get you a copy. I know.
I'm trying to get all my old ones. I sold.
I ain't gonna lie, we had some of the bootlegs. My cousin, he lived in Irvington,
cool.
so like,
as I said, I ain't tripping.
Nah, we definitely had some of the bootlegs.
That was a DVD that put us on the map. That was our first 10,000 seller right there.
And straight cash? Like how did the business work with that? If you
we was getting money out there, because you got to realize it costs you $1 to print these shits with the shrink wrap and all that. So I have a cameraman, which was Picture Perfect, was my director. So after you pay him and charge a couple of artists, which would pay for the DVD itself, you sell a DVD between $4 to $7 to $8.
Yeah.
So for every $10,000, so even if you're selling it for $4, look at the flip you making.
Damn.
Look how much profit. So and you got, as I said, I wasn't charging artists an arm and a leg. So you know what I'm saying.
And you was moving, like you was going state to state, just dropping off DVDs, or you had people. I
was treating this shit like it was a drug game. Once I figured out, because let me see if they got this. All right, so by the time I took my number, because they was like, yo, you gotta take your number off it. So
why you take your number off?
because it's like, oh shit, my number's still on there, yo. So what it is the distributors started to contact us direct. See, in New York, we were just selling at $5. I'm like, that's still a good fit. It's costing me $1. You know, like after recoup, you know, the spending, you know, because I never, I did hold the camera in the first 2 episodes. Then we like, yo, Picture was coming up. I gave him the name Picture Perfect. His cinematography at the time was incredible. Like nobody could fuck with it. Like, so he, you know, me and French would be the only ones to use him. And French would use like Jay Platinum and them too. So now, when these people from out of town was calling me, niggas from Milwaukee, Center Third, they was getting it from Tape Man a couple places. I'm like, y'all must, you know, be at quality. How much you buy from them for? They're like $8. I said, what? Damn. Oh, hell no. So I'm like, I'm selling to all the motherfuckers out of town. So what I used to do when I used to get my boxes, I used to go to, I had a big, my market was huge in Philly, right? So I used to go to Philly first because Philly fucked with us like hard. Yeah. So that's $7, $8 because they selling DVDs out there $16, $20. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, let me get all that Jersey, Philly, Wisconsin, Detroit, Chicago. I was shipping them shit. I lived in the UPS and the post office. So I would go there first. I would do that before anything and then hit New York last because I'm like, man, fuck that. I'm not gonna be selling to distributors no more because I'm selling my shit to them for $4 and they getting the same money I'm getting. Yeah. So now I just might as well just go direct. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, this
well, you might as well hold them. I'm gonna get. I got
this the DVD that put us on the map right here. This was our 5th DVD. So we did 4. Let me see. It was either our 3rd. Let me see. 1, 2, 3. This was our first controversy. So we did a real talk controversy. This is the DVD that stirred up everything. This shit put us on the map. This is crazy.
Wait, was the I don't want to talk about the incident, but is the Loon one on that one or the other one?
The Loon one, because nobody never heard Loon talk crazy like this. So yeah, Loon was going at, you know, at the time, you know, they in good space now. Cam and Jim. You know, he was rugged. He had the fly waves. He was in the projects. And he was like, what the fuck? You seen that DVD with Loon talking? So, and he told me, he's like, yo, don't edit nothing. You gonna pop, you gonna edit nothing. I'm like, all right. I ain't editing not one word he said. And, you know, I ain't gonna lie, motherfuckers was looking for me behind this shit too.
I bet, yeah, he was coming crazy.
So I was like, but yeah, but you know, if you see it, look, see, I got my name on there, promote myself, you know what I'm saying?
But you never you never was on the cover, right?
Well, I was on the I had my own one. I had a Real Talk TV presents Arlis Michael Solo House.
Trying to think.
I know how to promote myself. That's why I'm telling you.
I know you did that in the I know you did in the inside of it, yeah. And you made it like a storyline too.
The best way is to promote yourself. Spend money to promote yourself. I mean, you could pay DJs, you could pay artists. That's cool. I put the money into my product to make the money back. You know, I'm making high 5 figures, and I'm dropping 4 a year, 4 DVDs a year. So you do the math, and I'm running around the streets too. So I'm, you know what I'm saying? I'm hustling and doing this. So it's like I was investing hustling money into this. And people fucked with it. So now I'm getting love everywhere. Jersey, me and Ransom, that's my guy. Orlando, that's a big executive now. I didn't even take him up to Orlando yet. You know, Orlando Wallenberg. He's a huge executive. He started as, you know, Ransom manager. You know what I'm saying? And he's one of the top A&Rs in the business now. So
they just made him a
you know,
double XL.
Right, for fact. I mean, he deserved it. I mean, he discovered Fetty Wap, discovered PNB Rock, discovered Kodak Black. So you see with their career, you know, R.I.P. to PNB Rock though. Yeah. But, you know, like all it takes is one art to discover one artist and you on. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I have so much information because now I know everything that he's not gonna have to go through because nobody was really. I mean, they gave me some advice, but they wasn't really bit by bit what to do. I'm telling them, showing them bit by bit of what you need to do, and anything I don't know, I know people that know. You know what I'm saying? That could fill in the blanks, like, you know what I'm saying? That could show him, because I'm showing you're gonna be your own artist, gonna be your own label, and then eventually you'll sign artists. You want all the money to come to yourself. You don't really want all these people eating, because that's the problem with the rap game. The rap game is the labels are designed to make you a star. You got to figure out ways to make your own money. So even if when I was even doing this, I'm making I'm at 5 figures. I'm making 6 figures a year. All on me. Like, that was the best feeling. I'm like, damn, nobody's really, even when I found out the distributor, even though it wasn't bad because they doing more of the work for me, they want to shipping out and all that, but I'm like, nah, I need all that. Fuck that. I was like, you know what? I'll sell it to you $1 less. So instead of $8, I'll sell it to you for $7. They're like, I bet, fuck it. Because you know everybody want to feel like they getting a deal.
Yeah, negotiate. Now it's a,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, damn, I'm selling this. Like, yo, hold on. These niggas getting the same amount of money I'm getting off my own product. Oh, hell no. Once I figured out the numbers, I'm like, yo, I'm going straight out of town. No, and that's what even like him as an artist, you know, his bigger markets might be, once you look at the YouTube analytics, might be Korea, Japan, Jamaica, Ohio. Yeah. Those are the markets you got to chase. We could always come back and get this, you know, this little scrappy money in New York. Because these niggas ain't going to get it. You get hot, all they're going to do is offer you $500 and 2 bottles. Yeah. You don't need that. You can stay home for that.
I don't even drink like that.
So, you know what I'm saying?
Shit. So, make it a band, I'm there.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So now you got to think about it. He's investing in himself. He's getting paid shows. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, the bigger the record get, now when he dropped the remix, prices now got to go up. Yeah. You know what I mean? Supply and demand.
And well, we're going to talk probably off here, but I know Loon said something like, don't do a remix, do a part 2. Because it's something with, I don't want to misquote him, but it's something.
Well, Loon very smart. Yeah, Loon got one of the best deals out of Puff, and he was able to get right off. He didn't want to.
Because what he did with the I Need a Girl. Instead of him doing I Need a Girl remix, he did I Need a Girl part 2.
Because you got to realize Loon wrote the record. He wrote the whole record.
Exactly.
So, you know, Puff don't write. Yeah. So now you write the records. He wasn't signed to Puff at the time. So now he's marketable. He was signed to Arista before that. I don't know what happened. Whatever didn't work out. Mm-hmm. Somebody got with, you know, their fathers grew up together or something like that. He wrote the records. The records were so huge. Now it's like it was a bidding war. So Puff had to give him whatever he asked for. It's like French. French got one of the best deals ever from Puff. He was so hot. Kanye wanted to sign him. Jay-Z wanted to sign him. Yo, bro, I got to give you, you know, because, you know, niggas be wanting to, yo, whatever, I think, $1 million, all this publishing. Now he's independent. I don't know who is he signed to now. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He doesn't, well, he's a, you know, they spent millions of dollars on branding him. He doesn't need to sign with anybody. He could just put his music on, like with Spotify, Apple Music, and just get all that money himself. Or create his own website and you just buy it. You know what I mean? He doesn't need to sign to a label. It makes no sense to him. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, you can get all that money straight direct. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, you gotta, you know, it's all about smart. You know, 90% of this shit business. You know, if it's 90% talent, 10% business, yeah, you're gonna get fucked around and you're gonna be broke. You know, like a lot of artists, you don't hear from no more. They get that first check, high 6 figures. Living expenses get crazy. They want to move. They want to get, you know, you got to damn near bank that and act like you don't even got that money. You got to like start going.
So basically, when you get the money, you should just reinvest it into yourself first.
Yeah, I mean,
that's what it's for.
You got to realize I started
that budget.
Like, when I started the DVDs, I was only 21 years old. When I started, I was like, and that came from calling DVDs because I was a fan of it. Like, I was a fan, and I was trying to get on as an artist. Like, yo, I'm trying to. And before they even hear me rap, like, yo, I charge $3,000. I'm like, damn, man, you ain't even. It's like going to a car dealership and be like, I want this car. Yo, how much you putting in? Yo, you ain't even look at my credit yet. So I was like, once they said that, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna just do my own shit. And luckily, it worked for me because you know, we was in demand crazy. We done made CNN. You know, we was a DVD that bought. Oh, you mad because I'm styling on you? So before viral, we went viral. Yeah, that was off. So we went like that. Made everything. That made the Beef DVD. That shit made CNN. So we was on. It was on this one. I think it was on the beginning of this. I think it was on the
I think the second. I think it might have been the one with Jeezy.
Yeah, it might. No, it was. It might have been on Controversy Sells too. It was in the beginning. We didn't even have a chapter for it. We just put it in the very beginning. So if it's not on this one, it's on the Controversy Sells 2, the one with 40 Cal on the cover.
Oh yeah,
I think it's on that one.
Yeah, I think so.
And that shit took us to like, oh shit, and that's before Instagram. It went viral.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you mad because I'm styling on
old-fashioned way.
Yeah.
Like, you know, the old-fashioned way. So
you were saying like how you feel like the industry is easier now that you have the internet.
Exactly.
I feel like it's harder.
I think it's easier because right now it ain't no real work to be done.
Like, nah, but you still, I ain't gonna lie, you still go ahead.
I feel like it was easier back then because it was only one way to do it, and that you had to beat the streets up. That was it. You want to get it, you got to go outside and beat the streets up. Mm-hmm. Now, all of this internet shit is like so many ways you could do it, and every way is different. I feel like a lot of people waste so much money going after these platforms that's not even viable platforms, or going after certain shit that don't even add up to what you paying for. It's like you waste so much money on fraud marketing people, or fraud promo people, or fraud playlist,
and everybody look lit. So I get what you're saying. Yeah.
Like, all right, so you got to look at it. I could name 6 artists in the last 6-7 years that popped on just YouTube. They didn't do nothing else, right? So let's go. You got Young M.A. We don't know of her being on anything. She got the one record. It was on YouTube. Had millions of
views. No. She was to the masses, maybe, but she was bubbling.
I'm talking about to the masses. Yeah. People knew her in the hood, because she was a dyke, of course, or whatever. She did
the freestyles.
She did the record. Yeah, and the freestyles you heard on what? Internet.
Oh, you're true. I get you. You're right.
Remember, YouTube wasn't. Yeah. It was just being created when we started, so it wasn't big like that. So I just
feel like it's not easy. I feel like
how many? So look at the rappers. You don't hit like me. I put out 12 DVDs, 12 or 13 DVDs. I've been DVDs for a 5-year time period. Maybe 30. I think it was 13 DVDs I put out. Right. So you got to look at it. These artists, I'm telling you, only had one record and they had mad views.
Yeah.
Right. Bobby Smurda and Roddy, they had the one records apiece. The Smoney Dance had mad views, right? And the Hot Nigga had mad views. You never heard no mixtapes from them, no nothing. Hold on. You looked at them on YouTube.
Bobby just said some shit where he said that they made $178 million off of that record, and he only made $170,000.
Is what you negotiate. Why you got to realize he's hold on.
He didn't use his leverage.
Listen, what I'm trying to tell you. He's 19 years old, right? They're not gonna sign people that have knowledge, right? He's 19 years old. At the time, he doesn't know what he's worth. He's a have-not, right? He's coming from the projects. He's coming from the 90s. They give him a check. A 19-year-old kid get out of high school, 17, 18. I don't know if he was dropped out or whatever. They like, yo, look, we want to sign you. He performed. Meek Mill bought him out a few times. Performed.
Yeah.
They have a check for him. Yo, we're gonna I told you, a label's designed to make you a star. You gotta figure out ways to get your own money. So they put the marketing dollars in the thing and the videos and all of that shit. That video that he shot for the throwing in the air, it can't be no more than $200. Right? That's why I said you don't have to shoot a $5,000 video, because now, back then, right, when I was doing it, it was called quality control. You have to have and shoot at a certain camera angle to get on MTV and BET. As the years went on, now, right? As the years went on, now they'll take a $200 video, right, and put it on MTV Jams. Now, for the directors that was charging this big money, they got to go down on price, because now it's like, yo, they'll put that. My nephew 2 Milli, the same shit. He spent like $200 on the video. He never had no mixtapes or nothing.
And it was just the dance.
He had the one record. So mind you, he been around the whole time, because I had him on the DVD a couple times. He been around the whole DVD mixtape stage with me, seeing it, the Bomels, all of them. So they seeing it like firsthand. Oh shit, he know all the celebs. Interview. I used to make them like, yo, go interview Shorty Low, interview. Now you just had a one record. He should get big on YouTube.
Yeah.
And now a deal coming. I told you in 08, 07, 08, I told you the guy that was my mentor, he never listened to none of it. The rappers I told him, he didn't know none of them. He just Googled their name and seen the views.
Yeah.
My point exactly. The music didn't even matter.
Exactly. But you got to think about it.
Influence matters. So you could be a person with a trash ass song and a little bit of influence, and they gonna fuck with you.
Okay. How many mixtapes you heard Pop Smoke?
How many songs on the radio right now that you like?
I don't listen to the radio. Is it non-existent for me?
It's no quality music being put out. That's what's wrong with the industry. People taking them shortcuts. You could buy YouTube views and subscribers.
I'm trying to think of somebody.
You could buy all that shit, bro.
The last 6, 7.
But see, they can still fall back to the internet.
Like I'm telling him, I say, yo, you don't
fall
need
back
the
to the internet.
Figure out a way to get big on here. This shit hit every household. Like I did. As I said, I liked this grind because as I said, I like to mix and mingle with people. Like I'm a people's person. So, all the people I'm grinding with that I have on that number, one of them was a kid then. He's like 18, 19 years old.
Yeah.
So you got to realize, like, I'm grinding. That's the grind that I like. I have to now adapt. Like, you're growing up more into the YouTube era. I got to adapt to this era now to figure out, like, all right, cool. So now I came out with my web series. This made you want to rap, but you wasn't on the mixtapes and DVDs. So now you have to figure out, like, all right, cool. the internet. So now I'm like, all right, well, the internet is big. Wasn't used to it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, all right, I got to figure out and create something. And as I said, my show got big on its own. I didn't spend no marketing dollars on nothing. I just created a YouTube page for it, Professional Chiller, threw it on there, threw it on Forbes DVD, and the streets ate it up and got all these wild views and all that, got 60,000 subscribers. I'm like, all right, cool. I figured out a way to be in everybody's household while staying in my household. And that's how artists got to look at it. So you look at Designer, he had the one record, Panda, got big on the internet. Kanye signed him.
Yeah.
We don't know him for having no mixtapes.
Nah, yeah.
Right? You didn't know Bobby or Rowdy for having no mixtapes. You didn't know 2 Milli for having no mixtapes. You don't know Young and Me.
Ice Spice.
Ice Spice. You know them for having one record.
Well, but Ice Spice, it's still good with the internet. Now you right though, because it's the hair though. I ain't gonna lie, to me it's the hair.
You know, she has a team on it. She got Jimmy Hutchins.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, she signed. Yeah,
son managing her, and you know, Picture. Like she had. Besides her, she had a team.
Yeah,
but besides them, like when I asked,
when
I asked my man, like, how 4-1 got signed, he said, yo, the YouTube views was crazy. Mind you, those are my man's and them artists. I'm like, all right. So they looking at just the YouTube. So now it's like instead of back then everything had to connect. Your radio spins, the DVDs, and the mixtapes. Now you could just do the one thing or have mad Spotify listeners.
Well, but to his point,
I ask questions like, how'd you discover this person? But some artists, because I said that's why a lot of these artists, they get a deal, and then the labels don't really know what to do with them because they just looking at the views. So they're like, oh, he got 30 million views.
Yeah,
we sign it, now we sitting like, damn, we got to come up with a hit. Because some of these artists, they stumble upon a hit without even trying. You know what I'm saying? Your views now might be up like a lot of the other views, but you got good qualities where you perform the record and everybody knows it. So now we got to document these things and you put it on YouTube and other platforms because.
But those were still early stages. Like to his point too, because now he got to fight against, or we, you know what I'm saying? We got to fight against a algorithm. So where it wasn't real, they didn't really know how it worked then. So like you could put something on YouTube and it naturally grow. Now it's like we got to be strategic about how we put it on YouTube.
So this, right? He listens to the radio.
Mm-hmm.
You don't hear Benny the Bunch of songs on the radio. You don't hear Kanye Machine on the radio.
Mm-hmm.
They got big on the internet.
On the internet, yeah.
Right. Troy Ave got big on the internet. All of them got big on the internet. So the internet is a wave.
But it was easier at those times a little bit.
If you able to perform,
step outside,
if you able to perform,
a little bit of marketing money behind you, and get a street team and go. It was no further than posters and T-shirts.
Well, but the street team
now it's like you got fucking subscriptions on Instagram for blue checks, and you got promo and playlisting on Spotify, and you got YouTube and Google ads, and you could spend money on a lot of that shit, and it don't line up with the shit that you got. You know what I'm saying?
So you look at it like this. I always, not, because he's my man, regardless he's my man or not. Math was always a good battle rapper. He was always good with music. He's bigger than he ever was now. Him creating that show, he's bigger than he ever was. He's connected with everybody. He's on beats, he's on everything. But something he created in his head, and like, you know what? I'm going to use the internet. His views are probably bigger than any battle he ever did.
And now he's starting to put his songs. Now he's starting to put his songs in the beginning of the episode.
Exactly. So you look at Joe Buttons. I mean, he was a great rapper. I think
me too.
That. He one of the number one. Gillie been rhyming forever. I always was a fan of his music. He's bigger than he ever was.
Yeah.
Doing this than he was an artist. Now if he dropped, now as I said.
So niggas switch. That wasn't it being easier to use the internet. It was us changing the destination.
Yeah.
Because of what we're up against now. You know
what you got to think about it. If you're you got to realize a lot of the executives don't know music. So if they don't know how to market and promote, and they don't know how to do certain things to get you out, like back in the days when Cameron was first coming out, right? They used to have stickers. It'd be like, "Who is Cameron?" They used to post it everywhere.
Yeah.
Who is Charlie Baltimore? Who is this? We don't know. That was their marketing scheme because they didn't expose what he looked like yet. We just hear his voice. Like
Ghostface too.
Ghostface. He always wore a mask. So
Capone and Noriega did that. They put up they said they put up wanted signs. Tragedy put up wanted signs, and it was wanted, and people was calling. But the number they was calling was actually he put Hot 97 number up there. Wow. So the number, so everybody calling, trying to say like, yo, you good or like,
that, but it's like
That's what I said. Now you got to realize.
So guarded now. It ain't it's no more of that.
All right, so look at
you
this.
You gotta pay to even. Yo, bro, it's
right,
so.
So
no, it's still possible though. I ain't gonna lie, it's still possible.
Nah, it's possible. But I'm just saying, like,
think about it. Your song
before when you could be booming and a nigga with credibility could be like, yo, this is the next thing, and niggas are listen. Now it's like, oh, okay, yeah, that's what's up. He the next thing. I bet, yeah, hit me. And then you hit them. It's like, oh yeah, well I listen to niggas' music, but it costs this much.
Yeah, because I realize a lot of these people not really getting paid like that. So I said you could do everything yourself. If you're able to make $200,000 or $300,000 a year of your own music and nobody's eating those, I'd rather take that than $3 million and somebody else.
Word.
Now you got to realize, for him to say that, to say he got $200,000, the label made $178 million, and he figures that shit out, you like, damn, that's crazy. But nobody forced you to sign the deal.
Yeah.
That's why they're gonna grab the younger artist that's not educated. Now it's like he's older now. He knows more of the business. Like, yo, this is crazy. That's why, like, nigga, you could sit there and catch it. You remember your record got big from Instagram. It's getting big from Instagram. Not even YouTube.
I feel like it's getting big from me being outside too.
Yeah, no, that definitely adds. You still got to do. You still got to do that.
Yeah, but you got to think about it.
Instagram. I feel like Instagram only works to a certain extent.
But you got to remember, the same fans is not.
You could watch my Instagram. You know, you say you see me before, whether it was a performance or whatever the case may be. You could have me on there, but like, you might not engage with me on Instagram until we have this sit down and we have a conversation. And now it's like, oh, okay, I know what type of person he is. I know how he think I can fuck with him.
But sometimes they add. But sometimes they add to it though.
You know what I'm saying?
No, like, you got to figure it's still getting big from Instagram because you got to realize the same people are not going to all your shows. So you got to realize you you filming a performance and you throwing it on your Instagram.
And some people might not want to go to shows.
That's the only way for people. Like, let's say I go to CT
so you got more views.
I go to CT and do a show. I don't live in CT, so the only way for them to keep tabs on me is Instagram.
Okay. I mean,
still you got to realize Instagram
on a day to day.
Well, no, but not no more because now some people might get your get your number. You know what I'm saying? Some people might get your number.
You got to look at it like this: Instagram and YouTube is probably the best marketing tool ever.
Definitely.